We hide the things about ourselves that we deem unacceptable to society. But I say we take a closer look.
There is no point here. All this is just a big giant pyramid scheme scam. All we are slaves on a plantation, cannon fodder, tax cattle for the government. And if anybody is trying to give you life advice on how to be successful, they're just they're just lying, dude. Like, even the people that are a part of the system are slaves to the system. There's no you're not like, I don't understand, like, if you're not admitting that you're a failure in the especially if you're a man in the modern world, you're a failure. Like, modern men today, including myself in comparison to our ancestors, are huge fucking pussies. Like, if you're a man alive today, like, you don't compare to the men of the past that like fought in all the big wars and, like, all the fucking um the settlers that conquered lands and the Vikings, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a fucking bitch compared to those men. Like, if you are a modern man alive today, you are not masculine in the grand scheme of things. Masculinity isn't hated, it's weak men that are hated. None of the men today are masculine. That's why women are the way they are. They don't respect us because modern men are fucking weak. They're fucking failures. And if you're not admitting that, you're never going to overcome it. Like, I don't understand, like, and it's also like these guys, they say they're red pilled, but they're not admitting that they're failures. So that means that they still care what people think about them. So they're not actually red pilled. If you're still doing shit and giving a fuck what anyone thinks about you, you're not red pilled. You haven't overcome the programming. I am a failure. I knocked up a modern Western thought. And now I'm on child support. And I'm a fucking wage slave to this corrupt ass system. I did not achieve my full potential in this life. And because of my past mistakes, I probably never will. And if you are alive today, to some extent, you're on the same page as me. I have never met a man in my life, other than legit, like, 1% outlaw bikers, that are even close to as masculine as some of my ancestors were. So if you are like portraying yourself as this like alpha male guru guy, you're fucking full of shit, dude. Like, I don't respect any man alive today to the extent that I respect the people from the past that were actually like true badasses. I don't care if you were in the military. I don't care like how old you are. I don't care how long you've been around. If you are alive in the modern world, on the grand scheme of things, you ain't shit, dude. And that's why women don't respect men. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here defending women. Modern women are complete fucking thoughts in the modern world, and it's because the men are so fucking weak. And the guys making these, you know, advice channels are men from this society. They're not any better than the guys they're shitting on. And neither am I. I'm not even trying to sit here and tell you, "Oh, I'm a guru. I have the answers." Like, they're doing it wrong and I'm doing it right. That's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm doing it wrong, and the only way I'm ever going to correct that is if I admit that I'm doing it wrong. And these fucking guys out here that are like still coping, all you're doing is putting a band-aid on a fucking wound by saying you're MGTOW, going your own way, and you're just coping with, using YouTube as a therapy session. It's like, if you're a modern man today, you need to like reprogram yourself, realize you're in a fucking artificial fucking simulation, and that nothing you've ever been told is fucking real. Everything you've ever cared about is fucking stupid. And you need to reprogram yourself and figure it out. And you can't do that if you're still like worried about looking cool. This world's fucking retarded, dude. Like, we passed the exit forever ago. Like, there is no point to give a fuck about this world other than like yourself and like improving yourself. And I don't mean like improving yourself like cope shit. I'm talking about improving yourself by stop giving a fuck about improving yourself. Like, nobody, like, I don't understand, like, it's not even, it's not even like a content creator thing that I'm talking about. I'm talking about humans in general. It's just like, if you're a fucking failure, just admit you're a fucking failure. Like, you're a fucking failure. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean that you should kill yourself. It just means stop lying to yourself. You're a fucking failure. If you're a modern man today, you're a fucking failure, dude. In one way, shape, or form. Like, it's like, stop kidding yourself. And that's all this fucking manosphere is. It's just a bunch of guys like using each other to reinforce their fucking copes, to like avoid the reality of the fact that they're just fucking failures. Now, this isn't like, I'm not targeting any specific, unit of the manosphere. Like, if you're a PUA, you're a fucking failure. If you're a MGTOW, you're a fucking failure. If you're a black pillar, you're a fucking failure. If you're like making manosphere content in any fucking way, you're a fucking failure. Only failures make content like this shit. Like, even me, that's why I'm doing it. I'm coping with the shit. But at least I'm fucking admitting it. I'm a fucking failure. We're all a bunch of fucking failures, and the reason we're like depressed and shit is because we're not admitting it. We're all failures, dude. Men are weak today. So if you're a man and you're alive today, you're weak. You're a bitch. In comparison to your ancestors and men that lived in the past, you are a little fucking bitch. You're not tough, you're not badass, you're not wise, you're not alpha, you're not sigma. It's all fucking cope, dude. You're a fucking fag. You're a fucking bitch. And that's why the world's so fucked up. Is because we, us, men, are fucking weak. Stop coping and grow a sack. You have to walk through, like, if you want to get all the way through to the acceptance and the peace and freedom, you have to go through the valley of suicide. You have to really look at how much of a fucking loser you really are. That's the only way you'll ever accept it, because you're never going to forgive yourself if you keep pretending like you're not a loser. You have to fucking admit it and look at it.